In today's turbulent world, growing up can be a real challenge. It can be compared to a short story, where the inciting incident which happens in your adolescence spurs on the rising action of young adulthood. For me, wrestling was that inciting incident. As a wrestler here at Breckenridge High School, wrestling has taught me self-discipline, time management, and how to live responsibly. Wrestling teaches self-discipline through its very nature. It requires lots of time and focus and is therefore very discriminatory. Those who are willing to put in the extra effort are more often to succeed, and those who won't face mediocrity. The same is true for other individual sports, but wrestling is one of the very few where you are in direct competition with an opponent who has the exact same goals as you. In practice, it's tempting just to coast through at your own speed, since the practices are very difficult. Most everything in wrestling can be applied to life. If you just coast, you won't get as much out of it, and you won't achieve your goals. This can be said also for when you're an adult. If you just coast through your workday, you won't get as much work done. If you don't have any goals for the day, you won't get as much productivity done over the course of the day. My coaches often say, what kind of son or brother do you want to be now, and also in 5, 10 years from now? And what kind of father or husband do you want to be when you grow up in 10 years? A specific type of discipline that applies to me tremendously is the use of time management. By having lots of meets during school time and lots of every day having practice after school, doing homework can become a puzzle. If you don't plan accordingly, homework can become a challenge. Wrestling has helped me prepare for the balance between college sports and schooling. An example of this, I never end up doing homework after a game or after a wrestling meet. For football, wrestling, track, I just can't do it. That night, I just go home and I relax and I procrastinate. This will help me at college because college football takes up so much of your time. But also balancing work and family when I'm older can become a real skill. I think it's very important to spend time with both. While on one hand you need to provide your family with the means to survive, you also need to spend time with them. Being a part of the wrestling team also means being responsible. Wrestling has taught me to be responsible because the team counts on everyone to put up 100%, especially since I'm the team captain. When you see people working harder than you are, an example might be in school or conditioning and practice or staying focused after a long grueling day. This is even more true for football because it's such a team sport. To be successful in wrestling, you must be eating correctly, keeping your grades up, and keeping your good attitude. But also you need to search for challenges. All this will apply when I'm older because adults have to be responsible and they must try to make the right decisions. Wrestling is the best thing that could happen to me because of the discipline, time management, and responsibility that comes out of it. I told you about wrestling keeping me out of trouble, helping me eat healthy, and making me do my homework on time. So if you have kids, I'm going to say to send them to the elementary wrestling practice because they're super fun and it helps the kids run off all their energy.